In early November 2016, I went over to my friend Noah's house and we shot 3 different videos with stuffed animals doing really weird stuff. 2 of those 3 videos were later uploaded to YouTube on November 29th. The third video never saw the light of day and is now lost to time. And it was on that day, a mere 5 years ago, when Animal Logic was born. Hello, my beautiful people, and I have been on YouTube for 5 years now. Now, this is something that I wanted to put at the end of the Animal Logic 5th anniversary episode, but that video ended up being way longer than expected. So I ultimately decided to make this bit that would have gone at the end of that video into its own video, so the Animal Logic episode would have become so long, because it's already pretty long, dude. So what I want to do with this video is that I want to talk about the making of the show and some of my favorite moments throughout the past 5 years of making it. So back in 2016, I came across this YouTube channel known as Super Mario Logan. This guy used various different plushies and puppets to do these crazy 15 plus comedy sketches on his channel. And they weren't just like generic stuffed animals, there were Nintendo characters and Disney characters and some other characters like Shrek. And the same way pretty much every single YouTuber is born, I looked at someone and I said, I can do that. And thus I came up with the series Animal Logic. Let's talk about the title of the show for a minute. I bet a lot of fans of the series are wondering why it's a show called Animal Logic when half of the cast are humans. I'm trying to remember this the best I can because I was 12. But from what I can remember, I called it Animal Logic because they're stuffed animals and they have basically no logic and they're really weird. And this was before I figured out that there was an animation studio called Animal Logic that worked on movies such as the Happy Feet films and the Lego movies. But we were already into season 2 by the time that happened, and you don't change a show's name in the second season, so I just ran with it. And it also didn't help that there was a educational channel on different types of animals that was also called Animal Logic, so yeah, not really helping myself stand out here. So I talked this idea over with my best friend at the time. We still talk nowadays, but we're in different parts of the country now. But yeah, I talked to my best friend at the time, Noah Mattio. He had this YouTube channel at the time called Links. That's Links with a Z at the end. So I just thought, hey, why don't we just put this up on your channel? He said, cool. And we decided to meet up some random day in November. I forget the exact date. But I know that it was in November because of 2 reasons. One, the first episode came out in November. And 2, after we filmed the first 2 episodes, we went to see Doctor Strange, which came out in November. So I go over to Noah's house for a few hours and we filmed the very first episode of Animal Logic called Patrick's Video, where Patrick starred trying to hide an embarrassing video from SpongeBob. We also shot a second video which was called Fozzie Messed Up, where Fozzie Bear touches Patrick's quarter and Patrick and SpongeBob beat the crap out of him. I think that in the first season of Animal Logic, like the very first season of Animal Logic, the Super Mario Logan inspiration just took over the show to the point where you could count this as an SML ripoff. Only instead of Mario, is SpongeBob. Because there are several episodes in the first 2 seasons of Animalogic that were directly inspired by SML videos. I previously mentioned Patrick's video on Fozzie Messed Up, but there was the also two-parter Cat in the Hat episodes. Now I'm thinking of it, there weren't that many specific episodes based off of SML, but the characters were definitely inspired by them. I don't want to get into specifics because SML doesn't really use those characters for legal reasons anymore. What the frick? Basically, SML had the straight man, the annoying children, the idiots, the gross guy that takes a crap, the gangster types, and one or two characters that might be a little bit racist, and the high-pitched talking pig. You can find these types of characters in both Super Mario Logan and Animalogic. They weren't the exact character names, but their personalities I kind of just stole from Super Mario Logan. Some were the exact same characters, though. But anyway, getting back on track, Noah edited the first 2 videos that we shot that day. And to my knowledge, he never got around to editing the 3rd video that we shot that day, which I do believe was like a battle video. He never got around to editing it because we never finished shooting it. Our movie was about to start. But the first 2 episodes of Animalogic were released on November 29th, 2016. Actually, no it wasn't. Because the very first episode of Animalogic was actually released in the middle of November. Like I said, Noah had this channel called Links, so naturally he uploaded the very first episode of Animalogic to that channel. So I believe it was November 15th the video was uploaded. But now, that video and that entire channel is gone. And fun fact, on the exact same day as when the first Animalogic episode was uploaded to that channel, the pilot for what would inevitably become Toon Talk was also uploaded. And it was all about a Batman theory on whether or not he would count as a superhero. Is stupid. I'm glad that's no longer on the internet. But anyway, back on track to Animalogic. Come a few days later, Noah makes a brand new YouTube channel with the help of his friend Preston called What's New. And a couple weeks later, he uploaded the first Animalogic episode to that channel on November 29th, along with the second video that we shot, Fozzie Messed Up, on that same day. And can I just say that, Animalogic episode 1 was supposed to be a lot longer by like another minute or two. Cause I remember we shot this whole ending bit and Noah just left it out of the final video. And I just want to keep in mind that throughout all of this, none of these were my channels. I did not have a YouTube channel. I technically made some videos for the internet, but those weren't on a YouTube channel that I had. So because of that, Noah would later make 3 more episodes of Animalogic where I had 0 involvement from. There was episode 3, Troll Madness, episode 4, SpongeBob on Cops, and episode 5, Yoda Gone Crazy. Of these 3 videos, I think the most interesting is episode 3 because not only is the introduction of Rex, who would become a main character of the show and would later get his own show, which was created by Noah, and it was also the first introduction of the Trolls. I say first introduction as if they had a second introduction. And yeah, episode 3 was also the introduction of the Trolls, which would later become a recurring antagonist for the Animalogic series. Come December of 2016, I have tons of ideas for Animalogic episodes, and Noah calls me up on the phone and he asks me if I would like to join his YouTube channel, become a permanent content creator on the channel. I said yes. So he sent me the email and login, and I had a YouTube channel by 2017, and I continued to make several different Animal Logic episodes, and by episode 8 of the show, I just didn't really need that much help from Noah, though on occasion the two of us would work together on some videos. And that's pretty much how the channel What's New was for the first half of 2017. Preston and Noah would make their own little weird videos. Noah had this little vlog series called Newton Talk, and they would also both make some random content, and I would make the Animal Logic series. And by February of 2017, we have made 13 episodes of Animal Logic, which for me was enough to count as one full season. So then I took a little break from Animal Logic for a little bit, worked on some other shows, then started Season 2. And Season 2 was a little different because for the grand majority of the episodes, I added a laugh track and subplot to them. This is because in the previous season finale, the characters exit the puppet universe and enter our reality, where plushies and puppets are simply dolls, like this guy. Where did his eye go? But at the end of the video, where all of the other plushies managed to go back to their specific reality, SpongeBob, on the other hand, didn't. He went to an alternate reality where it was the same as the reality that he came from, but it was framed like a sitcom. So in other words, SpongeBob came from a universe where it was like 2006 YouTube. He went to a universe that's the exact same as ours, and now he's in a universe that's a sitcom. So through the entirety of Season 2, or the great majority of it, I added a laugh track and subplot for the videos. I even had a crappy TGIF style intro where all the characters are looking at the cameras and their names are underneath them. And what was different about this reality from the Season 1 reality is that sometimes live actors would show up. Hint, the character of Bowser. Bowser would watch this children's show called Timmy, where the character Timmy is just me. No outfits or no puppet, just me in street clothes doing a childish voice and doing random things. I still play that character on occasion, and the TV segments are fun. Shut up. So, yeah, throughout Season 2, it was a sitcom, but by Season 3... Okay, this is probably the most complicated season in Animal Logic history. So pretty much every single video in Season 3 I deleted. Because it was a type of humor that I wasn't very proud of. I was going through an edgelord phase in middle school, and this was probably the worst period in my life. 7th grade friggin' sucked, and I just don't like looking back on it. And the humor that I represented in my videos, specifically Animal Logic, were very offensive and very edgelordy, and the main joke is that it was shocking. So within a few years I deleted all of those episodes. Well, most of them. I pretty much deleted all of the 2017 episodes with the exception of one of them, because that's more closely inclined to some of the Animal Logic that I would make today. And what I did is that I rebranded a bunch of Rec Show episodes to be Animal Logic episodes because, you know what, I'm more proud of those Rec Show videos. But back on track to what's actually in the show. The events of the Troll Apocalypse leaves Patrick Star dead. So somehow Kermit the Frog has an access to another dimension, and SpongeBob asks him if he can go. So SpongeBob goes to this another dimension, and Patrick's not there. He's still dead. Kind of. All of this is explained in the 4.5 hour Animal Logic the movie. See guys, I was always bad at pacing my videos. This movie pretty much serves as the sequel to Trollpocalypse. It pretty much just says that Patrick didn't die, he just entered this other dimension that was pretty much limbo. We even see SpongeBob return to the dimension that he went to in the season 1 finale, Animal Logic in Real Life, which is our real world. And overall, Animal Logic the musical, not the movie, Animal Logic the movie was fun. And this leads us into Animal Logic Season 4. Now, this was when I started to experiment with ongoing storylines, more than just the regular 2 or 3-parter. I guess you could say that I kinda did that with Trollpocalypse, but this will make a little bit more sense when we go on. The season starts with a 7-parter, this being Animal Logic the Musical, which I'm very tempted to remake because I think I can make that a lot better, specifically with the musical numbers. And with Animal Logic the Musical, it's a little different with the character of Film Buff. For starters, he's never had the center stage in Animal Logic before. And secondly, he's acting a little more evil than usual. Oh, and speaking of Film Buff, I forgot to mention that Toon Talk, the regular non-vlog Toon Talks, do not take place in the Animal Logic universes. Kind of. It doesn't take place in the Season 1 universe, and it doesn't take place in the Season 2 universe, but it does I'm sorry that I just hit the mic there, but it does take place in the same universe that SpongeBob is transported to at the end of Trollpocalypse. This is why in the Season 2 universe, Film Buff is a doll and not a real person. And it's also why nobody questions the sudden transformation of Film Buff because they are different universes. And it also explains why throughout Toon Talk you didn't see the change of Film Buff. So back to Animal Logic Season 4. There were a few one-off videos, one of which celebrated the 5th anniversary, not the 5th anniversary, that was the video a few days ago, 50 episodes. By Season 4 we reached 50 episodes of Animal Logic, and that was a lot of fun to make. But by the season finale, we conclude a story arc that was used not in Animal Logic, but a part of Toon Talk and a show that I was doing at the time called Disney Dude. I don't know why I did that. Like, I'm proud of the video. I think it's a really well made video, but that storyline was like not in Animal Logic at all, unless you count the movie, but I probably should have just put the storyline in a little bit of Animal Logic. Just sprinkle it here, sprinkle it there, so that the people who just watch Animal Logic wouldn't be confused. But the main takeaway of this video is that for the past few years, like ever since the end of Season 3, from the movie to now, Film Buff has been an imposter called Gendar, which is a demon. So, yeah, Film Buff is back, and that brings us into the most recent season. So, up till now, I decided to make every season 13 episodes, but for Season 5, I decided to do something a little bit different and make it twice as long. So, Season 5 now has 26 episodes. I believe we're currently on the 20th episode of Season 5, so only a few more to go. And this season was a lot more focused on story than usual. The very first episode was a storyline episode about Woody trying to invade them with his army of evil robots. This show's freaking weird, guys. And then the next episode is about Kermit becoming a lifeguard. What? This is the thing about Animal Logic recently. I want to give you guys something different with every single episode. Not really give you guys the same thing 2 episodes in a row. If it's in Halloween, then I make an exception. One episode will be a storyline segment, and then the next episode it'll be a horror movie parody, and then the next episode will be sitcom situations, and then the next episode will be a compilation of different Animal Logic TikToks, and then the next episode will be something else, I don't know. And that has just been the theme of Animal Logic Season 5, variety. I'm literally looking at the playlist for Season 5 right now, and going through all 20 episodes that we have gotten so far, there's been a storyline segment, a sitcom scenario, a TikTok compilation, 2 Halloween episodes, a Friday the 13th special, a Christmas special, a New Year's special, a experimental January video that I like to do, this one being a commentary, a sitcom scenario, a TikTok compilation, 2 storyline segments, another Friday the 13th episode, a Stupid News Today episode, which is the in-universe news show for those of you who don't know, another storyline episode, 3 Halloween episodes, and the Behemoth 5th anniversary episode. So, throughout the entirety of Season 5 over the last year and a half, my goal has just been variety. And at its core, the show hasn't changed at all. It's still about puppets getting into wacky shenanigans. Only now the shenanigans can range to them either going on dates, to saving the freaking planet, to getting chased by a serial killer, to making weird TikToks. And that's what I love about Animal Logic. Being able to do different things with just one simple idea. Over the past few seasons, we've been incorporating musical numbers into the show. We don't do it in every episode, but every so often, I love to just include an original or a pre-recorded song by another artist and just have the Animal Logic characters sing it, or just have me sing it. And trust me, I still have a lot more planned for Animal Logic. I'm planning a new storyline with the return of Gendar. I want to do different types of Animal Logics. The one that I mainly want to do are Animal Logic vlogs. I don't really see regular vlogs fitting on this channel anymore, but one way that I do see fit is if those vlogs involve the Animal Logic characters. Whether it be me carrying around a puppet, or me in the film buff costume, just doing my thing. Or it could just be Alberto doing something weird. And I also have a second Animal Logic movie currently in the works. I'm still writing it. I announced that I was writing it back in March of 2020. It's just been hard trying to find some time, but I do plan to get it made someday, hopefully before the end of the decade. And we're pretty close to reaching 100 episodes. And I already went out for this 5th anniversary. I don't know what I'm going to do for 100. So now, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for making the last 5 years possible. You guys have given me such inspiration and such joy of making videos, and it felt really fun making these videos for the past 5 years. But I do also want to go into a bit more detail that I touched very briefly at the end of the 5th anniversary episode, and it's that I'm tired. I'm not tired of making these Animal Logic episodes, but I'm tired of how they perform. And this goes with every single video on this channel. I've been making YouTube videos for almost 5 years now. Over 5 years. And by that time, a YouTube channel should have its following. A YouTuber should have its audience by the time it reaches its 5th anniversary. But 5 years later, all I have are 240 subscribers with maybe 20 views on a video. And if some of you were confused about that ending bit in Animal Logic's 5th anniversary episode, is that I'm sick of not getting any views on my videos. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's hard making videos nowadays when there are billions of other creators on YouTube, just trying to do the same thing as you are. Some are doing worse than you, but a lot of them are doing better than you. Even when you're doing the exact same thing. And over the last 5 months, I've started to wonder, have I wasted the last 5 years of my life? But then I looked back and I realized that I didn't start the channel to be famous. I started it because I thought it'd be fun, and it was fun making those videos, and it's fun now. I have a lot of fun whenever I write, film, and edit a video. And that's what I was trying to say with the end of the video. I'm disappointed with my sub count and my views, and I've been feeling like I've wasted my life. But then I realized it doesn't matter what I'm doing, as long as it's not illegal, and as long as I'm having fun, who cares? And thank you guys for watching the video and watching for the past 5 years, those of you that have stuck around. And I also want to thank every single person who's ever helped me with an episode of Animal Logic, from Noah to Preston to my family members that have made cameos in some videos, to my sister who's helped film some videos, to my friends in theater that have helped act in some videos, just to everybody who have helped me in any sort of way make an Animal Logic episode. And I thank you. I wouldn't be where I was now without you. It is still a decent following, just not what I wanted, but I'm happy with what I have right now. I wish for this channel to grow bigger, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for it. So, this video went on way longer. Thank you for watching, thank you for liking, thank you for commenting, and thank you for subscribing. Look forward for more videos very, very soon, and I'll see you later. Bye!